guys, today's tutorial is going to be how to ballast this module right here. So first step, we need to figure out what tools you're going to need. I've already weathered this track. How I do it is I just take some spray paint, spray the track, and that works great. I use coffee bean brown. Great color for this, works really well. Now, there's going to be a few materials that you need. First material is going to be ballast. Now this ballast right here, which is what I'm going to be using, is sifted gravel. You can use whatever you want. I like doing this because it's cheap and it works really well. It looks good. You know, it's pretty good. Now, the other things you're going to need is one of these brushes. I forget what they're called. I think they're called like ducktail brushes. I don't remember. Comment down below if you know what they're called. But that's one of the things you're gonna need. Next thing you need is some standard white glue that dries clear. Make sure it dries clear. If it doesn't dry clear, your ballast will look like utter garbage. So don't want that. Next thing you're gonna need is some alcohol, isopropyl alcohol. I have mine in a glass here, but that's one thing you're gonna need. That's all the materials you need. Tools wise, I already told you the thing. I like using these syringes for applying the ballast glue and alcohol. So I have two of them. And those work really well. And all you do to clean them out is put some liquid in them and squirt them. It cleans them out great if you have glue in them. Now, the next thing we're going to want to do is prep our surface. Now, what I mean by prep our surface is make sure everything's painted. Then you want to make sure it's clean. Now, the next step is going to be making our glue mixture. Now, here's a jar. I like to use a jar because then I can make a bunch at a time. So take your clear glue, make sure it dries clear again. And you want to put, I'm going to put a good amount. Okay, I put a good amount in there. That should be enough for this module. You can make a bunch at a time and that'll work great. Now, what you want to do is you want to grab water, put in a good amount, like that. Then a few drops of dish soap, like that. And then, this one has a lid, you can seal it, shake it. Once you've shaken it, you should have a mixture that looks something like this. Now, it just is like, looks like milk, essentially. That's what you want. Now, the next step is going to be putting down our ballast. Now, in order to put down your ballast, you want to take your ballast and you want to, I do it like this, dump a good amount on top of the track, right? I did a little too much right here, but you can spread that out with your finger. It's a good way of doing it, is using your finger to now you want it to look something like that. Now you take your brush like this. Then you want to spread it out evenly. Now this works really well because you can shape it well. So like for instance, like you can do this to shape it. As you can tell, it works very well. Now, anywhere you need more ballast, what I like to do is just grab a pinch of it. And to even out the ballast and get off the top of the ties, you can smack the top of your rail. That works pretty well. Now you just go through and you do that entire way. Not everyone will have crossings, but if you get to a crossing, I like to do is slowly pull up towards the crossing, and that should make a nice little ramp. Then what you can do is you can just use the brush, since it's so fine, get out from in between the rails and the thing. And you should now just pull out that. That was really next step is going to be we're just adding house. And this is like a ramp. This is a good thing. Wouldn't be exactly most realistic, but it's not really. I'm just gonna and then slowly take it off. Now, our ballast is pretty much done. All you want to do now is just get off the excess where you don't want it. I'm using my hands because brush gets a little annoying sometimes when it's a little stuck on. That is a well done ballast job. Now, just to make sure all the ballast is seated where it should go, you want to tap it. And then I like running my finger along the rail, just to make sure there's none stuck on the side. Works pretty well. Now that's done, just got a little bit of stuff done. Now, one sec, just missed a spot. Okay, now that spot's done. Oh. Okay, now that that's all done, we have a nice ballast job. The next step is to just fix down the ballast. Now, in order to fix down the ballast, first you'll need isopropyl alcohol. This is why I use, this works. It's, I believe, 90%. It's 90 or 70. So that's what you'll need in order to do it. Now, you can fill a syringe with it, which is what I do. Then get out the air bubbles by tapping, and then there you go. Now I got a syringe of isopropyl alcohol. Now what I do is I just drip it along. Be sure not to disrupt the ballast. You don't want to disrupt the ballast because you just spent all that time making it look good. You want it to stay how it is. Now this might take a bit, but better to be safe than sorry because you don't want to make ballast with a crowd. You have to let it dry, and that is a pain in the ass. See any spots that you can fix with a little ballast, go ahead and do that now. It's a little, it's probably the step that's one of the easier steps to do that at. So, because nothing worse than having to go through with ballast and add more. Now I've got more alcohol. Boom, bada boom. I should add a little bit right there. No. It is all ready to be fixed out. Actually, there's a few pieces of iron, so just boom. Okay, now it is fully ready to be fixed out. Now what you do is you take your glue mixture, right? You grab a syringe. Then you just fill that syringe up with glue. Now here's my syringe full of glue. Put the glue back, put your lid on it, do what you need to do. Now, this thing will soak it very thoroughly, which is what you want. You don't want unfixed ballast, and it'll settle into it. And all you have to do is just put this over all the ballast you just put alcohol on. And it should look a little bit white if it's well applied. Now that's done, as I said, all you have to do is put in some alcohol into your syringe and squirt out. Now you should have a waste tray. Put any of your alcohol in. Now that's done. Now you have to just sit with this, let this dry. I also like to go through and rub off any glue that's unwanted. Same with the ballast that's unwanted before it's fixed. That'll be all for today's tutorial. Hope you enjoyed. If you do, don't forget to drop a sub, like, and yeah, see you on the next one. Next tutorial is going to be how to put down sub-scenery. So that is going to be the plaster and the dirt. I like using outdoor dirt. Anyway, that's for another day. See y'all. Peace.